For 3 millennia, one civilization stood as a titan of the ancient world, ancient Egypt. A feat of stability unmatched in human history. But how did a society, born in the arid climate of northern Africa, manage to sustain itself with such precision, power, and monumental vision for thousands of years? Today, we dive into the core secrets of the Nile Valley, exploring the defining force that gave rise to the pharaohs, the pyramids, and the unique quest for eternity. The longevity of Egypt was not accidental. It was the direct result of a singular geographical resource, the Nile River. Stretching over 4,000 miles, the Nile is the longest river in the world. It flows northward, providing a vital source of water in an otherwise arid region. The life of the Egyptian state revolved around the annual inundation, the predictable flooding that occurred between June and September. This flood was crucial because it deposited a layer of fertile silt from the Ethiopian highlands onto the floodplains, replenishing the soil's nutrients. Without this event, Egyptian culture could never have taken hold. This environment shaped their worldview. They called the fertile river valley Kemet, meaning the black land, representing life and order. The arid deserts on either side were Deshret, the red land symbolizing the chaotic wilderness. To manage this river's gift, Egyptians pioneered large-scale farming. They developed sophisticated irrigation systems, including canals and dams, to control the floodwaters, allowing for cultivation even during the dry season. They even used devices called nilometers, stone structures with marked scales, to measure the height of the flood, enabling priests and officials to predict harvests and plan tax collection accordingly. Staple crops included emmer wheat for bread, barley for beer, and flax for linen and rope. The need for central control over these agricultural resources led to the emergence of the unified state. Around 3100 BCE, Upper and Lower Egypt were unified, traditionally attributed to King Menes, also known as Narmer. This laid the foundation for a powerful, centralized state. At the apex of this hierarchy was the pharaoh. He was not merely a political leader. The Egyptians believed the pharaoh was a living god on earth. He held absolute authority, serving as head of state, military leader, high priest, and supreme judge. The pharaoh's most sacred duty was maintaining Mat. Mat symbolized cosmic order, truth, balance, harmony, law, and justice. Failure to uphold Mat was seen as a profound disaster that would lead to Isfet, or chaos. Supporting the pharaoh was a complex bureaucracy. The vizier acted as the chief administrator, overseeing taxation, public works, and the judiciary. The indispensable backbone of this system was the scribes. They meticulously documented all activities, including royal decrees and tax collections. A striking aspect of Egyptian society was the influence of women. Unlike many other ancient civilizations, Egyptian women enjoyed legal equality with men. They could own property, control their own wealth, and initiate divorce. Powerful women like Queen Hatshepsut, one of the most successful female pharaohs, and Cleopatra VII held significant political power. The pharaoh's power was cemented through monumental architecture. The Old Kingdom is known as the Age of the Pyramids, characterized by this monumental construction. These colossal structures, such as the Great Pyramids of Giza, were built primarily as tombs. They were intended to house and protect the pharaoh's physical body and spirit to ensure a successful transition to the afterlife. The construction of the Great Pyramid of Khufu remains one of history's greatest mysteries. It required moving and precisely placing over 2 million stones. The materials came from different sources: local limestone for the main structure, high-quality limestone from near Cairo for the outer casing, and granite from Aswan for chambers. Contrary to popular myth, archaeological evidence shows the pyramids were not built by slaves. Instead, they were constructed by tens of thousands of skilled, paid laborers and artisans who received wages, often in the form of bread or beer. How did they move the stones? The widely accepted ramp theory suggests workers used sleds and ropes to drag the stones up a system of ramps. An impressive discovery revealed the Egyptians had an understanding of practical physics. They reduced friction by pouring water onto the sand in front of the sleds, making the dragging process significantly easier. They also ensured astronomical precision, with each side of the pyramid designed to face a cardinal point. Egyptian religion was defined by an elaborate preparation for the eternal afterlife, known as the Field of Reeds. This necessitated the process of mummification. The goal was to ensure the body was recognizable, allowing the soul to repossess it after death. This ritual usually spanned 70 days. The step-by-step process included removing the brain through the nose, removing internal organs like the lungs and intestines, and placing them in canopic jars. The heart, however, was placed back inside the body, as it was considered the seat of intelligence. The corpse was then covered with natron salt for 70 days to dry it out, before being wrapped from head to toe in bandages. Guiding the deceased through the underworld was the writing system itself. Ancient Egyptian hieroglyphs were known as words of the gods, believed to be a divine gift from the god Thoth. This sacred script combined symbols for whole words, sounds, and clarifying signs. While hieroglyphs were mainly for religious and monumental inscriptions, a more cursive script called hieratic evolved for everyday use. This vast knowledge was eventually lost until the 19th century. In 1799, the Rosetta Stone was discovered. This stone held the same decree, written in 3 scripts: hieroglyphic, Demotic, and ancient Greek, providing Jean Franco Champollion the key needed to decipher the language of the Pharaohs and unlock the secrets of this enduring civilization. From the predictable rhythm of the Nile, which provided agricultural wealth, to the centralized government of the pharaoh, mandated to maintain cosmic order, ancient Egypt achieved a stability that powered 30 dynasties. Their political structure, monumental architecture, and philosophical ideas profoundly influenced subsequent governments, setting a standard for sophisticated statecraft. The civilization's legacy, from the meticulous logic of mummification to the ingenuity required to build the pyramids, ensures that the magic of ancient Egypt continues to captivate the world. Ancient Egypt was like a majestic clock built on the banks of a river. The Nile was the steady pendulum, dictating the precise rhythm of life, while the pharaoh and his bureaucracy were the intricate gears, keeping the entire mechanism running smoothly and perfectly balanced. What part of ancient Egypt fascinates you the most? Let us know in the comments below. If you want to keep exploring the deep history of the world, make sure to like this video and subscribe. We'll see you in the next chapter of history.